say, you have to do this and that, and you get triggered by it. You cannot react normally. You have directly to go to your past and it's my daddy, and then you go in your room and work it out with your daddy. So when you get angry at your boss, I say, okay, go in your room and take a pillow and something to hit with, and hit
I've heard that's very good.
And hit your father. The neurotic part of your father. I mean, your father meant it also good. I mean, all our parents.
I've always told people it's a lot easier to take it out on, hitting a pillow if you're angry. Then you don't want to hit a child or hit a person.
No, and if you hit it out for yourself, then you can deal easily with your boss, because then your overload is gone, and you can say to your boss, "Hey, boss, I don't like if you scream at me. You can talk normally to me." Then you can be friendly, saying things like that instead of.
We hope that the boss will accept it.
Yes, but instead of reacting and making a conflict
or holding it inside.
Yes, but so because all of the emotions we have from our past stocked in ourselves, we try to control them. But everything what you control, it comes by the little holes in everything what you put under the carpet. It comes.
We've been under the carpet.
But it comes to the surface in a way when you are afraid, when you are tired. Then the emotions comes and so then you vent it out, and then it has no sense.
But a lot of people can't trace it back to where it comes from.
No, but that's the work. That's
your work. But the average person, they just know they're angry and they take it out on everyone around them.
Yeah, therefore the work continues in our world. And so I think when you will find love and spirituality is, for me, is love, is to do with realization of love, then you have to find your hate, your old hate. And hate is nothing and a fixation of your old anger. And that old anger that traces back to times where you were powerlessness as a child, or maybe also in another life.
My work too deals with finding the answer in another life.
Yes, mine also. So also when you were powerless, for example, if you were in Auschwitz, then when you are a victim, you are angry.
Well, that was definitely a victim in that life.
Yes. And then you are angry. And that angry, you when you don't digest that, then it gets stuck in yourself, or you become sick, or you get involved in conflict situations
with your loved ones, or your family, or your
children.
business.
You give it to your children, and so it's very, very important for me for true spirituality to do the emotional work. And in nowadays, I know it's not very popular, because in many metaphysical and spiritual scenes, they all say, the emotional work, we are gone beyond that. We have to, it's the ABC, we have got it. But I think
going into, we've evolved beyond that.
But it's not true. Most people are not beyond that. I mean, we can think that and we can hope that, but it's not true. I mean, everyone was a child, and when you were a child, you were powerless. Now say that, powerless.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
That's it.
So, and if you're powerless, then you pile up angriness. I mean, I
work with a lot of people like this.
Yeah, I remember when I was a child, I mean, everybody said to me what I had to do. I mean, at school, you have to go at school 8 hours a day in school bags, and I mean, you have nothing to say, so you suppress, you're angry.
But that's life. The kids do have to go to school.
But we have made a crazy life. We don't live natural anymore in this world. And therefore,
because you can't very well tell the kids they don't have to go to school, because
I published a book of an American school, Sudbury Valley School. It existed already 35 years, in which the children are free. They let the children totally free. They can hang around whole days, whole weeks, whole months, till there comes a moment that kid gets curious and wants to learn. And there are children who want to learn to learn writing when they are 4 years, and others are 10 years, and they let them. And all that kids, when they are 18 years and leave there, they know what they want. They are very self-sure, self-sufficient, and they are allowed at many universities in America without a normal diploma, because they are so wonderful people. And so in Holland now there are many schools. They call that Iederwijs.
I wonder what's the name of the school. What do they call the school
in America?
Oh yeah,
Sudbury Valley School. There are many in America. Sudbury Valley School.
Oh, okay.
There's one in, Michigan, I think. I don't know, but they are everywhere.
Okay, because I know I've heard of the Montessori, but you said it's not that.
No, it's not that. They leave all the children totally free, and they wait till their own curiosity wakes, and then the children know what they want to do in life. And they in the first year they can play. They can play and hang around and learn by their own. There are children who learn reading, and then they can read, and then they ask them, "How did you read? How did you learn it?" "I don't know." The child says, "I can read now." They learn it
naturally.
Naturally, yes.
But in a situation like that, there are always some children. Maybe they say, "Well, this is fun to just play. I don't want to learn. I don't want to go."
Yeah,
to school.
There are children who play for years.
Yeah.
But that's the child who is supposed to be to learn to play. I mean, it's an idea that the children have to go to school. That
be structured.
And be structured. I mean,
I was thinking this is kind of a radical idea. That's why I'm bringing up these other comments here, because I was thinking if a child was given a chance, they'd much rather just not go to school and just stay home and play.
Yeah, but the schools they developed, the Sudbury Valley School in Holland, the Iederwijs School. They are in a natural surrounding. They can play outside, and I know children who are a week busy with digging a hole and looking how deep they can go, and they learn some geology, and they look it up in a dictionary. But it started with digging holes. I mean, that's all.
Do they live at the school, or
no,
do they go back? Still live at home?
They still live at home. Yeah. So that book published me too, because that's where my heart is. Because I remember from my youth, I was a good student, but I mean that.
It's very structured. You know, we have to do these things.
Yes.
What's the name of that book that you wrote?
The Freedom of the Sudbury Valley School.
Oh, okay. Can that also be downloaded on your website?
Not downloaded. It's for sale still.
Oh, it's still for sale.
Yeah.
In Dutch.
In Dutch, yeah.
But can it be downloaded in English?
Yeah, it's in English. That's the same book. I think when they go to SudburyValleySchool.org or .com, then they will find it there.
But if they write your name in, you will still come up with your website. These books will be mentioned on there.
Yeah.
Okay, because well, it's kind of a radical idea for of America thinking like that, to let the child just do anything they want.
Yeah, in Europe too.
But who knows? It's an interesting idea.
It's wonderful people they create today.
But these are popular in Europe, these schools?
Yeah, starting last year. Yeah, we have in Holland 11 or 12 schools. They have difficulty with financing because the government will not support them.
No, I would think they wouldn't, probably, because they're stepping out of the norm. They're going off into something that's not normal.
Yeah. But I support that very much, that kind of, because it connects to our emotional work. I mean, the more the children keep their freedom, the less they have to suppress, and the less they need therapy afterwards.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But talking about too, we have to control our emotions to a certain extent because we do live in a civilized society.
I would not say control. You can, sometimes you have to park like you park the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. You park them when you, for example, you notice you get angry with someone, then you say, okay, I parked it, and when I got home, I look at it, where it comes from.
Yeah.
So you take your own responsibility, and you work it out for yourself.
If you can find it.
If you can find, yeah. Now, if you not can find it, you look for a therapist. How you do a week at our center.
At your school, at your center.
I mean, I think it's important.
Because you go to a normal therapist, you know, as a psychologist, the way you're trained, if you go to a normal therapist, they're not going to look at it in the same way.
No, nowadays they don't. They are more and more superficial. And I think the roots are in the past where you were powerless. And so we work a lot on the ABC of the development, so going back to the mom and daddy, and to the priest and
the whole
thing.
The
church, the whole thing that suppressed your energy. And so in our house in those weeks, there's a lot of screaming, a lot of crying, a lot of tapping on the cushions.
So when they're at the class.
Yes, and a lot of laughing, but it's also fun. It's fun.
But they're venting all these deep-rooted emotions they couldn't get rid of.
Yes. And afterwards, then people are more free. They can more handle normal relationships.
But this could be more easily done in a closed environment like that.
Yeah,
you couldn't do it on the street.
No, I would not
you would have to, in a closed environment with like 10 people, they get to know each other and they feel safe that they can vent their emotions.
I mean, you have to start in a laboratorium situation, a lab situation, and then that you can, transmit it to other situations in your life, and yet you can handle it. I give the tools to work at home with it. It's very easy.
Once you know what you're doing or what you're looking for.
Yeah, but most of the time you don't have to know before. Just when you feel a load in your trigger, you get angry or you get sad, depressed. I advise people to go lay down, do music on, hyperventilate. So
hyperventilate means to breathe.
Breathe, to
breathe. That means breathe very fast.
Very fast, yes. To how do you say that? To wake up your body, and then with that hyperventilation, you have more chance to get into contact with your emotions. Okay. And when you feel your emotions, you can let them. The memories may come back afterwards, so you don't have to look for it mentally before.
Doesn't always happen at that moment when you're lying down? Then you mean it may come later?
No.
It happened at the same time, or what?
Yeah, when you lay down and you hyperventilate, often the emotions will come, and then when you admit the emotions, then the memories who are attached with it come easily back.
And you just trust whatever comes into your mind.
Yes.
Because some people, even with hypnosis, think they're making it up.
Yeah.
But I would say, why would you make up that?
Yeah, but emotions, emotions don't lie. I mean, if you start to cry, it's something that's real. I mean,
that's what I tell people during our sessions. Yeah. They tell me afterwards, maybe I made it up. But if they were crying and getting emotional, then I know it's real. You can't fake that. It's coming from something very deep inside.
Yes.
And then they look at it differently because